But I'm going to build this. I'm going to do it. I could just as easily say, oh, I'll stay as big as I am. I won't grow. I'll play it safe, both economically, but also with them coming after me. I don't want to put a big target on my head. But then I said, life's too short. I'm not going to sit by while life goes by when I'm the forefront of the fight against the New World Order, because you, my listeners, you're what empowers us. You're what makes this show the biggest thing out there. According to everybody, from Ron Paul to Greg Palast who come on, they say, biggest response on my show. Bigger than Coast to Coast AM. Bigger than going on Fox News. Bigger than going on CNN. Bigger than going on the BBC. We got a couple million listeners. They got hundreds of millions. Why? Because you're active. I'd rather have one active person next to 1,000 inactive people. Inactive people. And so I've been kind of hem-haw about the money bomb. Yeah, if you want to give, go ahead and give to it. But this is exciting. This is history. This is the alternative media going to the next level. This is us expanding. I mean, just yesterday, I went and looked it up. More than 50 YouTube channels with Alex Jones videos where it's nothing but audio of me talking and pictures of me were deleted. Gatekeeper Invasion with something like 3,000 videos. Every day's radio show put up there with images. All gone. Just tens of millions of views. Tens of millions. These videos have been watched, just his alone, millions of times. All the big channels erased, all gone. You know, people always think, Alex, if you were so good at fighting the New World Order, they'd come after you. I have been physically attacked. I have been death-threatened. I've had all kinds of things you can't imagine go on that I don't sit here and advertise on the air, ladies and gentlemen. Frankly, I've gone through hell. But it's worth it. I'm honored. I love it. Because we're fighting evil. This is my duty, is to stand up and to be bold and to not go along with tyranny. That's what being a man is all about. That's what our great American history has been all about. We have been the greatest country in the world. We have been land of the free, home of the brave. And I want that back. I want to turn this around. I want to resist the New World Order. And so I want you to go to infowars.com, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to go to infowars.com. And I want everybody out there to click on the money bomb. And I don't care if you give $1 on PayPal. I don't care if you give $5. I don't care if you give $100, $1,000. All of you, I want to commend you and thank those of you that have given us donations. We're now up to 147,000. I want to thank all of you who have done this. But look, I want to thank all of you that have bought our DVDs. Understanding that we put them out for free on the web, but to get them in higher quality and support us, you bought Martial Law, 9/11, Rise of the Police State. You bought Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement. You bought Terror Storm, a history of government-sponsored terror. You bought Loose Change Final Cut. I financed that a year ago. The Loose Change guys gave out hundreds of thousands of DVDs that they paid to have printed with the profits they made. They live in a 3-bedroom shack in upstate New York. They're totally and completely broke. They gave everything they had away. And they couldn't fund putting out Loose Change Final Cut and buy the footage and buy the graphics they had made in Germany. Just the graphics alone were $34,000. So I gave them $110,000. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We haven't made our money back in 6-7 months of that being out. Burmis is on the verge of being homeless. Burmis lives here in Austin in a $275... I shouldn't even be saying that he's out there right now. He's not laughing at me. A $275 place with a nice hippie guy he rented it from off of Craigslist who doesn't believe in air conditioning. Burmis is from upstate New York. He's dying. He's starting to sleep here on the couch where at least there's some AC. It's like 100 degrees here. And I'm not giving you a sob story. That's who we are. Just because we have videos that are watched by hundreds of millions of people on the web, we don't make money from that. Look at the effect you're getting. Look at the changes we're making, that the politicians and the leaders and the defense ministers from Japan to Germany to governors going public on this show. We are waking up the world. And Jason Burmis, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Burmis is living on $1,000 a month. And I know a lot of you are living on that too. This country is going to hell in a handbasket. Things are falling apart. And that's why I'm not going to wait. That's why I'm going to take the money that I built up as an emergency backup, and I'm going to expend half of it, because there's not that much. I'm going to expend half of it. By the way, that means that the JFK film isn't going to be as fancy. I still hope you get it. That's the problem. This is money for films. This is money for info bombs, hydrogen weapons we make to blow the enemy to bits. We're going to convert that and try to spend that money on the TV show on Dish or Direct, probably Dish. We're going to do that on the new office, on trying to have computers that don't break all the time. And I just want to commend all of you, because this is why we do what we do. We do this because we have passion. We do this because we believe in what we're doing. Somebody probably listening from West Virginia or Alabama thinking a $275 a month apartment's nice. No, brother, not in Austin. There's cockroaches the size of alley cats. That's funny. I laugh at my own jokes. I'm a real idiot. The point is, a real ham. I'm going to take some calls. We're going to go to break in a few minutes. I know we got Carolyn. Is that in Australia? We'll go to her in just a minute. And others. The toll-free number to join us is 512. Well, this is the main line, non-toll-free. 512-646-5400, 512-646-5400, 888-201-2244, 888-201-2244. This is a story. The enemy somehow, I remember 15, 20 years ago, said, Patriots for profit. Patriots aren't allowed to have a radio show. Patriots aren't allowed to have the money to print a book. They're not allowed to have the money to make a film. They're not allowed to sell a film. They're not allowed to sell a book. You got to do your radio show with a tin can and a string from a ditch. Meanwhile, they take our money, billions a year, and use it for fake newscast. They take our money and use it to have police SWAT team us. So again, you have my word, and my word is absolute gold. Anybody that knows me, 100%. In fact, next week, it's going into our main bank account, main business account. We're going to calculate exactly how much came into the descent. I'm going to stick it in another account. And every bit of it will be spent, again, on personnel, computers, office, and developing the dish/cable system. We may even put it in some cable markets. But, by the way, even if we raise our goal of $250,000 in the next 3.5 hours, even if we were to raise that incredible amount, again, that will go a long way. That will ensure that I'll be able to get the show on quicker and better, and that it might succeed. But we succeed by trying. We succeed by going forward. We succeed by trailblazing, by taking a risk. And I'm going to talk about that later at the end of the show tonight, taking a risk. I hope you join me at 11:30 this evening. It's going to be very important, very special. I want to try to focus my mind before I talk about it.